Chelsea win, and what a win it was. This is the perfect bounce back win after what happened against Palace. But most importantly, this is the perfect statement win without Cole Palmer. Without Cole Palmer. Because Palmer didn't play. And Chelsea managed to win, but they won big. They scored a lot of goals. And last season, the conversation was always, can Chelsea win without Cole Palmer? Cole Palmer's this, Cole Palmer's carrying. Can Chelsea and the players actually step up? And I can't lie, last season, I didn't think they could. This season so far, the new signings or the new arrivals is a completely different conversation. But listen, let's talk about the first half. Let's talk about the second half. Let's talk about the lineup. Let's talk about the best players, the players that did not really that impress that much, and everything about the takeaways as well. Before I go any further, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and of course, comment your own thoughts. By the way, big up. I think we hit 14 or 13K subscribers, and this channel has only been going for about a month and a half. I appreciate that you guys have been loving the content. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Listen, before we start, Chelsea's lineup was this. The news came out just before the game started, during the warm-up, that Cole Palmer would not be playing. I think he got a knock or some sort of an injury, which basically ruled him out for the game. And out of nowhere, the person who wasn't going to be starting is Mr. From now on, I call him Mr. Wow. Istva Wow. Steve. I'm going to call him Steve. Steve wasn't supposed to start. So Steve got the minutes. And early on, it wasn't the start that Chelsea fans wanted. 5 minutes into the game, you can blame it on three different people. Like, I'm very critical when we concede goals, especially for Madrid. I'm very critical. I always like to put blame, okay, maybe we could have avoided it. If I was being overcritical, I could have put the blame on three different people for that first goal. The first person I could have maybe put the blame is Steve himself. Losing the ball, trying to do the back heel, which he did a couple times, especially towards the end of the first half, where he did it at the middle of the park. And Enzo Maresca was fuming. But he did it the 5 minutes in. Lost the ball. And you could say, you know what? The argument, devil advocate, he's still young. He's still new. Hasn't really got the experience. It's fine. I'll give him a pass. The second person I could put blame on is Caicedo. Caicedo maybe should have closed Paqueta down a little bit more. I think he was a bit complacent. I think he let him run with the ball rather than putting pressure on him. That I can put, but then again, devil advocate, Caicedo maybe was expecting a pass through the middle. Why would you expect Paqueta from that position to shoot? That's just playing devil advocate. The last person, which I think deserves most of the blame, is Sanchez himself. I'm not taking away from the finish itself. What a strike by Paqueta. But Sanchez, my brother, horror. Positioning, bad. Reaction, bad. I'm not a professional goalkeeper, but come on, Ak. You need to do way better. But Chelsea bounced back very well. I was expecting one of these games to be Chelsea, they lose their heads, 2-0 West Ham, 3-0 West Ham, the game is over. But Chelsea, literally straight after that, 5 minutes later, corner to Chelsea, Cucurella, I was expecting for a quick corner. Out of nowhere, he didn't get a quick corner. He ran back. He got the first header. Joao Pedro, in the right moment, in the right place, managed to get the 1-1 equalizer. And from there, Chelsea looked a lot better. But what I realized, especially after they scored the first goal, this wasn't the way Chelsea played. It wasn't a traditional 4-2-3-1. This is what I was expecting. Bro, it felt like I was... Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, this is all opinions, and this is the way I viewed it. Cucurella, who was expecting to play a lot more inverted, didn't really do that. It felt like Chelsea was playing this, bro. Like... This is how I felt Chelsea was playing at. Like, I felt like it was these three at the back when they were building up, especially in the first half and the beginning of the second half before the substitution came in, yeah. Neto was on the right-hand side. And I was expecting Steve to play on the right wing, as he usually does. But one thing I realized, especially in pre-season against Leverkusen, I think he was playing as a 10. I felt like that was a position he could potentially play a lot more this season. But I saw Malo Gusto a lot more on the touch, pretty much on the wing. And I saw Joao Pedro and Enzo a lot more centrally with Steve. And Liam Delap was the one running, chasing the ball, doing the dirty work, and doing pretty much everything else. And that's the way I view Chelsea's build-up. Because straight after that, I think Chelsea played a lot better. They dominated the whole ball. The second goal came from Enzo's press. I think Enzo deserves a lot. I'll talk about player performances, but I think Enzo deserves a lot of credit for that second goal because he won the ball at the middle of the park over Fulkrug, got the ball, passed to Steve. Steve, again, centrally, passed the ball to, I think it was Neto. Neto crossed it, and then Chalobah won the ball back with a great pretty much shoulder. Never a free kick on Paqueta, even though VAR tried to check it. But then Joao Pedro, great cross. Neto, great movement, continues his great form, and scores a second to make it 2-1. And Chelsea straight after that, the third goal was a perfect goal. And I want to give special shout out, I think one person who never left, got 0 GAs. And I think today's football, the way people view football, is all about GAs. GA. Liam Delap. And I'll talk about player performances, but Liam Delap, for that third goal, deserves a lot of credit. It started with Steve, passed to Malagusto to Liam Delap. But Liam Delap, that first touch to Steve, and Steve made a nice, his first touch was amazing, continued, great cross inside the box, and Enzo Fernandez finishes to make it 3-1. And Chelsea, throughout the whole first half, was pretty much controlling it. The second half, it wasn't as good as the first half. I think the level went a bit down, but it was because West Ham's level was nowhere to be seen. West Ham entered second half and they had no belief. They had absolute zero belief. It doesn't help when half of the fans just literally left the whole game. Bro, how can you leave the stadium at 3-1, Ak? 3-1 and you're leaving. 4-1, it didn't help. And having your goalkeeper, which is horror, like Hermansen. Bro, I think West Ham needs to go to Leicester and ask for a receipt, fam. Ask for a refund. Because Hermansen, for pretty much 4 goals that Chelsea scored, he should have done way better. And of course, Chelsea, finished the game. But in terms of player performances, in terms of, for me, who played amazingly, again, I want to give a special shout out. I think someone who is not going to get a lot of credit, especially after today's game, because he left with 0 goals, 0 assists, is Liam Delap. I think Delap did all the dirty work, did all the hard work, was running, chasing. And I feel sorry for Liam Delap because at Ipswich, last season, he was getting a lot of the touches. They were finding him. Ball over the top. That's the way McKenna played last season. At Chelsea, I feel like it's a Haaland situation in a way. I feel like his touches are very limited. So every time he does do something, it has to be effective. It has to be impactful. And that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to drop deep to maybe try to the quick 1-2s, the quick hold up, the quick build up. And he runs a lot. Chases a lot. The duels, the first header, the second header, and the third goal that they scored. Massive credit to Liam Delap of chasing and running constantly, and making sure that the West Ham defenders have got no time to breathe when they have the ball and when of course the goalkeeper passes to them. Of course, Steve, bro, we can't look at it. 17 years old, coming into a new league, the Premier League, always seen as the aggressive, tough, difficult league to break down. And look what he's doing, even though it's his first start. The Premier League, but you can tell this guy is a star. You can tell he's a star in the making, and everything about him, it just screams superstar. It screams superstar. The touches, the flicks, the dribbles, the build up, him moving centrally, like you can see everything. Again, there's still a couple of flaws into his game. I think sometimes his decision making is not the best. I think sometimes he gets carried away a little bit, and I think positionally, sometimes I feel like he could do a bit better, but he's 17 years old, bro. He's got so much to learn, and bro, I can see a massive future in him. Joao Pedro in a complete different position, continues to score, continues to assist. Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo was massive in that midfield. They were so good in that midfield, despite, of course, the first goal, which I felt like Caicedo could have done a little bit better, but they were massive. Cucurella, Malagusto, yeah, a couple times, he got the ball in the middle of the park, and last season, it was a liability. Last season, I looked at him, bro, this guy can't do that, but this season, bro, he's been doing it very well. And I can't lie, Chelsea as a whole, in the second half, you saw the Gittins come on. Wesley Fofana will be massive for Chelsea. will be absolutely massive. And it's good that he's back for Chelsea. Hatto got a chance. Reece James was on. But I think it was a massive win for Chelsea, just for different reasons. Cole Palmer's not there. You need a statement win without Cole Palmer. Secondly, it's a bounce back win after what happened against Palace and the performance, which wasn't impressive, wasn't convincing. And now you pretty much do that again. Now you sit down. And for Chelsea fans, winning on a Friday is a perfect feeling. I can't experience it because La Liga is always Saturday, Sunday, and I have to wait for Barcelona to play, or maybe they've played. But for Chelsea now, it's a Friday. Sit down, relax, and now you've got Saturday, Sunday, and Monday for Liverpool, Newcastle. Now you just wait for the result. Wait for the result. Hope it comes your way. It's still early of the season. You drew last game. It's fine against Palace, a tough side. Now win against West Ham, who, let's be real, it's not convincing. It's not good enough. But still, you went away. You managed to pick up 3 points and you scored 5 goals, which is more than enough. For Chelsea fans, I'm sure you guys are happy with the performance and the player performances, and most importantly, the 5 goals. Put down in the comments what you guys made of the game. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel. And I'll see you soon with another match review for tomorrow. Peace.